Dear Sugar, it's a warm summer afternoon and my ex-boyfriend's dog gets run over by a beautiful man's SUV. I live a few blocks from the ex and I'm doing a 10-minute abs workout on the VCR in my living room as it's happening. At age 34, I'm still doing high school girlish things to make myself feel better about being passed on in this last relationship. I'll never outwardly admit that it's his decision, but I knew he thought it was a little too wild and unsettled, and I should have had my doubts about him as he looks me in the eyes after a month of dating and says, I want to be sexually liberated. All women know that the best medicine for a breakup is looking good, so I pop in the workout tape and Susan appears. The over-jazzed hardcore workout instructor with super white teeth. That's it. You can do it. Breathe in for 5, then out for 5. She says she makes her cheeks look like a blowfish. I'm embarrassed to do the breathing, but I want Susan's abs. So I follow, and with each crunch, I go for 5 as I push past the place that I think is my limit. And Susan, she counts from 10. I lift my leg for the scissors abs, and with each kick, I decide I deserve better. Another kick. I wanted to break up long before he did. One more kick. I want a hot summer body to parade half naked for summer festivities. 3, men, it's an all-girls summer. 2, I'm not going to settle on mediocre. 1, my friends agree. Rick was his name. It's an amicable breakup. You know, the first actual dramaless breakup I've had. A simple situation. I read the book. He's just not that into you, and then I realized that he fit the profile. Not to mention that after 6 months of serious dating, he claims he's capable of loving his dog, but incapable of loving me. I'm halfway through the ab crunches that are now my revenge crunches, and I'm holding my breath, trying to look as good as most of the women on the tape that make it look so easy. I know this tape by heart, but I still stare mesmerized with envy at the girl in the tight pink top with the big perfect boobs and effortless smile. I wonder if Rick would like her and tell her that he loves her. I decide that he would love her, and that most men are looking for this kind of girl, not a quirky, brown hair wanderlust like myself. I'm ashamed of myself for having these feelings. The phone rings, and I ignore it. The phone rings again, and I want out of this workout pain, and I run up to grab it, and it's Rick's voice coming through the earpiece. Kim. There's like this heavy silence. I hear him cover the phone and burst into a sob, and then he comes back on. Sugar was hit by a car. She's dead. I'm frozen. I never thought I'd hear these words. I'll admit I've fantasized numerous times about her disappearance. Her picture tacked on telephone poles, one eyebrow up, Rick petting me, kissing me, telling me that I'm the best girl in the world, not her. Where are you? I'm in the back alley by the street. He burst into tears and he doesn't stop. I took her with the leash to chase a cat and she ran in front of an SUV and it's all my fault. I listen, and I feel embarrassed for him. I'm supposed to be mad at him. I already made it through the breakup withdrawals. Why now? And then I realized something. This is my moment. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Sugar's gone. Rick needs me. I toss the phone at the ground and I run out the front door. I sprint barefoot on my tippy toes with perfect running form. My hands are like razors cutting through the air. And in less than a minute, I round the bend and I see Sugar's lifeless pit bull body in the driveway on her side, not a scratch. An SUV blocking her at an angle. The sun shining through the trees that line the street. Rick crouched on a curb with his head resting on his bent knees. He sees me and he jumps up as if I'm his only hope. And I open my arms and he head dives into my neck. And he grabs me so tight, water on my shoulder, snotty nose running. He smears his hand across his face and he wipes away his drippings so he can breathe. And out of his mouth comes like a small mouse-like squeak. What kind of person am I? How could I wish this on him? How many times did I tell my friends that Rick will never appreciate me until Sugar dies? My stomach turns and drops. I'm a terrible person. And it hits me. I don't even deserve Rick. I don't really deserve love. Everything is still and calm like a photograph. Sugar peacefully lying on her side. It's a perfect barbecue beach day. Grass so green, breeze so faint. I stand here ashamed of myself as I look around. And then I see him, the dog killer. He's hiding off to the side of the driveway near the SUV. He's the most beautiful creature I've ever seen. He has a pile of brown curls winding in all directions. I can't believe I've never run into him before. He looks like a statue I saw in Rome. He has both his hands in the front pockets of his jeans like a model in a diesel ad, and he looks raw and conflicted and guilty, like me. All I can think is that here I am with two manly men that are in a rare moment of emotional display. This could possibly be an emotional menage a trois, which on my female level is at the height of all my womanly fantasies. Forget Rick, I hated Sugar, Sports Center sucks. I'm a good person, I deserve a chance.
Yes.
My hold loosens and Rick backs up to the curb and crouches down again. And it was this moment that I did the strangest thing. I walked right over to beautiful dog killer without hesitation, and I put my arms around him. At first he pulls back, but then he rests his hands around my shoulders. He's tall, and I just turned my head and rested on his chest. I can feel Rick's eyes glaring behind me, and I ignore it. Been there, done that. This just doesn't happen every day. I'm getting older. I don't have time to waste. The smell of suntan oil is swirling up my nose. His hard pecs on my face. He's strong. He can hunt. I can gather. It's perfect. I wish I could just stay here forever. But he drops his arms. And I'm left with both my arms around his waist, hanging on, trying to figure out why I have my head on his chest in the first place. Weird. I take a step back and I try to figure out what's happening. Oh, Sugar's dead. This guy ran over her. Rick's over here. My name is Kim. I've lost control. I've got to recover fast. So I touch both his arms and I lift my head. And I look at him with sad eyes. Blink, blink. And I say, it wasn't your fault. Thank you.